Most healthcare practices have tried digital marketing, and very few have actually done it. And there's a big difference. I'm Nathan Hawks, the president of Arcane Marketing, 20 plus years in this industry and more than 1,000 companies, many of them in healthcare. And I've heard the same thing from practice owners more times than I actually care to count. Digital marketing hasn't worked for us. Every time the audit tells the same story. They got a piece of the digital marketing and then they called it the whole thing. Let me show you what the whole thing looks like and why 100% of the time when you actually do it, it works. Digital marketing has just one job: brand visibility. It's not impressions and not click-through rates and not a monthly report that takes 20 minutes to read and still explains nothing. It's visibility. For healthcare practice, that means showing up everywhere that a potential patient might look before they make a decision. That's Google, Google Maps, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, among many others. Health directories like health grades, and increasingly now inside of AI-generated answers on places like ChatGPT and Gemini, Perplexity and Claude, which patients are now using to find their local providers. Here's what most agencies aren't going to tell you. One social post does not move the needle. What does move the needle is accumulation. The more places where your brand is mentioned and cited in connection with your services, the more authority the search engines and the AI engines can assign to you. It's a compounding game, and it requires more than one thing running at the same time. That's where the core four comes in: SEO, GEO, social media, and video. Think of it like a car with four wheels. Pull one of those wheels off and the car still moves, technically. But nobody's getting anywhere fast, and eventually something breaks. These aren't four services that you pick from a menu, they're one system. So SEO is the foundation. It fixes the technical health of your website and builds the content and tells Google what your practice does, who you serve, and why you're the right answer for someone searching. A solid SEO foundation keeps compounding over time, producing results at month 18 without ever having to pay for a single click. Our clients average 320% ROI after 12 months. But here's what SEO cannot do alone. It can't get you recommended inside of an AI conversation. It can't build the credibility a patient checks on before they decide to book. That's what the other three pillars handle. So then there's GEO. It's the AI layer. When a patient asks ChatGPT for a specialist or asks Perplexity which practice to call in their area, a language model is reading thousands of sources and deciding who is worth mentioning. GEO is the work that gets your practice into that answer. SEO gets you ranked, GEO gets you recommended. Now, I want to be absolutely clear about this. You cannot do GEO without a strong SEO foundation already in place. So SEO is the foundation and GEO is the layer built on top of it. Most agencies aren't doing this yet, but we have been for years. Now, social media is the credibility checkpoint. Before a patient books an appointment, they look you up. All of them. Social isn't where they find you, it's actually where they decide if you're worth trusting. A profile that hasn't posted in over a year doesn't look quiet, it just looks like nobody's home. And beyond credibility, your social content is now indexed by search engines and AI engines alike. Your posts are signals. 46% of Gen Z prefer social media results over a Google search, and 41% go there first for any search they make. Your patients are already looking for you, and the question is whether there's anything to find when they do. Now, pillar 4. The one missing piece in 99% of the failed campaigns that we've audited. Not 40%, not most, 99%. It's video, which you may have noticed is exactly what you're watching right now. It's the highest engagement format on any platform, indexed by Google, YouTube, TikTok, and AI engines simultaneously. A short video of a provider explaining a common procedure isn't just social post. It's a search asset working around 4 or 5 platforms at the same time. And here's what surprises most of the practice owners. You don't have to have a production crew. All you need is a phone and a decent microphone, and that outperforms a polished $8,000 shoot in almost every case. Audiences want real conversation, not the rehearsed one. 84% of consumers want more video from the brands they follow. That figure has held between 84 and 91% for 8 consecutive years now. The demand is there. The practices willing to show up are the ones that are winning. We see it every single day with our clients. Running all 4 of these things together with an appropriate budget for at least 6 months, well, that's when it works. And guess what? It works every time. The practices that say it didn't work almost always ran 1 or 2 of these core 4 inconsistently and at the wrong budget. That's not digital marketing. That is partial attempt at digital marketing. And to be honest, the answer is you didn't fail. You just got a very partial solution and expected the complete result. Arcane Marketing's 36-month average client retention exists because this works. Practices don't stay with an agency for 3 years if the results don't show up. They're staying because patients keep coming in. And if you've tried digital marketing before and it didn't produce what you needed, the question isn't whether or not it works. We know it does. The question is whether you've actually done all 4 of these things. Arcane Marketing offers free consultation. There's no sales pitch, no generic proposal, just an honest look at what you have, what's missing, and what real strategy looks like for your market. The link is right below this video. Let's find out what your practice has been missing, and then let's fix it.